Beautiful. So tonight, what are we talking about? What are we talking about?
Oh man. So tonight, we are talking about the best business model for you. How many of you guys have heard experts out there say you should start a course? No, you should actually have a master class. No, you should do one-on-one coaching. No, actually, you should do group coaching, right? There are so many options out there. Have you guys heard that before? Just drop a yes down below and let me know it's not just us that's hearing it, but you guys are hearing it too.
100%, 100%. So let's see who we have on right now. We have Marcia. Hello, good to see you.
Hey.
We have Carol in the house. Hey, Carol, good to see you as well.
We got Diana over here.
Diana Young, awesome, good to see you. Beautiful. As you're jumping on, just say hello. We love to know who is hanging out with us tonight, and that way we can make sure that all of your questions are taken care of. And so Marissa just asked, like, what did you ask? Have you heard that before?
Yes.
Right. So Diana says, yes, of course, 100%. And doesn't it get a little bit confusing sometimes? It's like, gosh, like I understand why one-on-one is important. I understand why doing group programming is awesome because I can help more people in less time. And I understand why courses are so great because basically once it's done, all I have to do is get people enrolled and I don't have to really deliver or fulfill on it as much, right? You've heard all these things and it's like, okay, but where do I actually start? And what a lot of people tell you is like what they've done at their level 10 and now what they did to start. And so everyone, depending on where you're currently at and where you're at in your life and business, you're going to want to start at a different place. What can happen is if you start up here, if you stop at the top, okay, and you haven't built a strong foundation, guess what's going to happen, right? Everything is going to come crumbling down. You're going to waste months, if not years, and you're not going to help anybody. And unfortunately, you're not going to be in business for way too long. And I know all of you listening right now, like that's not what you want. You want to be able to grow your business, replace your income so you can escape the 9 to 5 and, even past that, make 6 figures a year as a dietitian and or nutrition coach. Okay. And obviously for so many different reasons, the reasons like freedom, flexibility, being able to travel, being able to spend time with your family, being able to do things that you want to do without anyone telling you otherwise. Am I right? So that's what this training today is about. Okay, it's about helping you figure out what the best business model is for you. How many of you are excited to find out what that is? Go ahead and put excited in the chat. Drop a big excited in the chat. All right.
Awesome.
Beautiful.
Hey, Megan, we see you joined us. Awesome.
Awesome. So anything else?
Oh, I would love to know for you guys that are watching live or watching the replay, what are you currently doing or what do you want to do, if any? Like, do you currently have one-to-one clients? Are you currently running a group program? Are you working on building out a course or like a webinar or something like that? What are you currently doing? Let us know, just so that we know who we're talking to right now. Maybe we can make some recommendations based on where you're at.
Beautiful. Yeah. Let us know. Whoops. I'm playing with this a little bit too much here. Okay. Yeah. Let us know. What do you currently have in place right now? Okay. Awesome. So as you do that, we're going to go ahead and dive right in. All right. So today, the best business model for you. Okay. That's what you're going to learn. That's what you're going to find out. So we have a few people letting us know in the chat.
Okay. So we got Megan. Megan's currently putting my one-on-one offer together. Definitely want to do a group in the future. Awesome.
Beautiful.
Good, Megan. Awesome. Love it. And Diana says, just started trying to figure it all out. Well, you are in the right place.
Yes. Awesome.
Who else we got? Marcia says one-on-one. Says Facebook user. I'm not sure who that is. Who is that? Kristen says, I'm currently building a 12-week program and do one-on-one sessions. Nice.
Okay, cool.
All right.
Cool. Awesome. Yeah. Thanks for sharing, everyone.
Thank you guys so much.
Yeah. Good start. So here are the best business models. Okay. These are what you're being thrown at day in and day out, and something different by every single person out there who is wanting to help you with this. Okay. And so, like I mentioned before, what they're not telling you is specifically for you, which one is going to work the best. Okay. And so some of these that you've probably heard before are
one-on-one coaching, right? Which you guys mentioned, courses, group programs, mini courses, low ticket offers, and the list goes on and on and on and on. but these are just some of the most popular ones that we hear left and right in the industry.
Yeah, and some of you might be thinking, well, what are low ticket offers, right? These would be your PDFs, your ebooks, your cookbooks, your
like checklists, workbooks.
Yes.
Any small like piece of information, typically in like an ebook fashion.
Exactly. You got it. So before we dive into any of those business models, right, we have to actually answer one question, okay? Because none of that matters unless this one question is answered. And the answer to this one question is going to be the thing that gives you clarity on where you should start, okay? So the number one question that you should ask yourself is, what is your goal? Okay, what is your goal? And what I mean by that is you want to really find out at the end of the day, what is it that you are wanting to see happen in your life and business? Okay, now let's spend a second here. Like, what is it for you specifically? Because this is going to actually help you. If you answer this question, you're going to get complete clarity on where you should start specifically in your business. Okay. Or if you're already started, you already gained some traction, what you should do next. Okay. So what is your goal? Like, what would you like to see happen? For example, maybe you're at a job right now that you don't like. Maybe you dread it and want to get out of there. And your goal is to, man, I want to replace my income. I want to escape my job and go out full-time on my own. And maybe that looks like making $3,000, $4,000, $5,000 a month. Okay. Maybe you're, at the point in your business where you've gotten some traction. You're making $3,000, $5,000, maybe $7,000 or $8,000 per month, and you want to get to 10K. Maybe you want to get to beyond 10K, 15, 20, and beyond that. Right. And so for you, the reasons for that are, well, I want to make more income so I can, do the things that I want to do without even worrying about money. Maybe I want to travel more. Maybe I want to spend more time with my family. Maybe you want to go out to dinner more often. Maybe you want to hire a team so you'd work less. Okay. These are all the different types of goals that you might have. So for you right now, what are some of your goals? Go ahead and drop them in the chat right now. This is going to really help you gain clarity on what your best business model is. Okay. Think about this as a complimentary coaching session. Okay.
Yeah. And if you guys are watching the replay, definitely drop your goals down in the chat as well. We'd love to hear them.
Cool. All right. We'll take a couple seconds there. Go ahead and drop those goals. Beautiful. So as you're dropping those goals down, okay, is it okay if we show you the fastest path to hitting your goals? Is it okay if we show you the fastest path to getting to that goal? Go ahead and put a big yes in the chat if that's okay with you. Okay, let's see some yeses in the chat. If not, you know what? We got things to do. We can chill out on the couch. This is for you guys. So if you don't want it, that's totally fine too. Yes. Okay. We got a yes. Oh, we got some goals coming in.
We got some goals.
Goals coming in. Cool.
Let's take a second. So we got Diana with a side hustle type of situation at the moment. Cool. Megan says, my goal is to start making a monthly income, working on a program development, and so much involved. Yeah, absolutely.
Beautiful. Awesome goals. Cool. So here's the fastest path to getting to these goals. Okay. To go ahead and go take your side hustle from side hustle to full-time, to go ahead and start making a monthly income. Okay. This is going to be, and maybe wanting to create a monthly income for yourself is to go full-time in your business, leave your job, so many different reasons, right? So I want you to be very clear on that specifically. Okay. Because a lot of people are like, well, I want to build a course, but it's like, okay, what do you want this course to do for you? Well, I just want to sell a few courses. Okay. Can you see how that's not going to get you far? That's not going to get you out of your job. Okay. That's just going to put a lot of extra work on you. Okay. To create this course and have maybe a couple people buy it, make a few $100 for essentially nothing. Okay. And so we want to get very clear on what your outcome is. And that's why we asked this question. Okay. Is that fair? Cool. So here is the beautiful business model pyramid. Okay. And Marissa's going to quickly break this down for you.
All right. So we broke it down into like the top 4 types of business models that we see most often. We mentioned a lot earlier, right? But the top ones would be the low ticket, the online courses, the group coaching, and the one-on-one coaching. So first and foremost, right? And what we have to understand with this pyramid is that the one on the bottom, which is number 4, that one-on-one coaching, that's going to make you the most amount of money. We can charge the most amount for that because it is you working directly one-on-one with a client. So that's all your time, all your effort, all your energy, right? And as we go up the pyramid, all the way to the group coaching, the online courses, then the low ticket, right? Less of your time is involved. So because less of your time is involved, we actually charge less for those things like group coaching, right? It's not just you one-on-one, but it's you working with a group of people at once. Online courses, you created this course once and you get to sell it over and over and over and over again. Same with a low ticket offer, like a PDF, a checklist, a cheat sheet, things like that. You make it once and you sell it.
Yes. And so what we want to make clear here, okay, is that the amount that you could charge for that program, product, or service is dependent on what type of program, product, or service you have. So at the bottom, right, like Marissa was saying, the one-to-one coaching, you can charge the most per client for that. Okay. The one at the top, the low ticket, ebook, PDF, etc., you can charge the least for that. Okay. Now, one thing that we have to make very, very clear. Remember how we talked about having a strong foundation? Okay. You see that at the bottom of this pyramid, the strongest foundation, the widest foundation is going to be your one-to-one coaching. Now, that does not mean you always have to do one-to-one coaching, but just like if we're building a pyramid, you have to start with the bottom, okay? That's what you should be doing with your business, okay? Because if you start all the way at the top, you're going to have to sell 1 million low-ticket, items to reach your goals. And so it's very hard to build a strong business on that foundation. Okay. You want to start at the bottom of the pyramid. Cool. All right. And we're going to break this down for you even further. All right. Sound good? Is this making sense so far? Yes. Perfect. Okay.
Cool. So first and foremost, we have one-to-one coaching. Again, this is your time with a client working one-on-one, providing them your full undivided attention. So this naturally, you are able to charge the most for this.
Cool.
Okay.
So this is what we actually recommend when you're first starting off. Okay. If you're first starting off, you haven't had your business, you just started your business. Okay. You are all new to this. We recommend one-to-one coaching when starting off. And this is the reason why. Okay. You have to understand your coaching clients. Now, some of you may argue, well, I've worked with my population of people, right, at my job, my clinical role, in another private practice. Everyone's situation is a little bit different. So that might be true. And in that case, if you feel confident and have that experience, you might not need to, okay? But for 98% of people, this allows you to better understand the clients that you want to help and coach through the process, all the way from one-to-one coaching to low ticket offer. Okay. And so with that, okay, in this phase here, we want to make sure that the backend systems are flowing smoothly. What does backend systems mean? Backend systems essentially means your ability to deliver on the promise and on the deliverables that you're telling clients you're going to give them. So this actually allows you to have your sales process dialed in, your marketing systems dialed in, allows you to have your email systems dialed in. Okay. It allows you to know exactly what resources, deliverables, PDFs, spreadsheets you're going to be using at all levels. Okay. It starts with the one-to-one coaching because those one-to-one clients give you the best feedback, right? If someone goes through a course of yours and you never talk to them, can that person give you the best feedback? Of course not, right? But if someone that you're talking to more frequently, right, goes through your stuff, goes through your resources, your program, etc., they can give you direct feedback and say, hey, I understood this. Hey, I didn't really understand this. Can you clarify this? Hey, this would actually help me even more. Can you see how that's how you make your program service more quote unquote perfect, which it'll never be perfect. And remember this, done is better than perfect. Okay. So keep those things in mind at the one-on-one coaching level.
Yeah, absolutely. Also, just to add to that with the back-end systems, it's also like how you work as a dietitian. Like, are you giving enough time in between follow-up sessions? Is your initial assessment process? Does your initial assessment appointment run smoothly? Do your follow-up appointments run smoothly? All of that stuff we have to take into consideration too, because let's say you end up launching your business and you get really lucky and you have maybe 20, 30, 40, 50 people lined up. Like, you need to be able to handle them, make sure everything, not only like the systems, the automations, the emails, anything that's online, but also like you as a dietitian feel and a dietitian and nutrition coach feel comfortable in your process that you're taking these clients through. So one-on-one is the best place to start before you start building the courses, the group programs, and things like that. We have to get the nutrition component, the nutrition coaching component, and the systems down pat in our one-on-one coaching.
Cool. All right. Is that any questions so far? As we're going through the rest of this training, drop your questions in the chat, because if we have some time at the end, we'll go ahead and answer those questions for you. Cool. All right. Beautiful. So the next one is group coaching. Okay. So group coaching was the second one on the pyramid. And here, okay, you still make and can charge higher rates, but it's a little bit less than one-to-one coaching because it's less of your personal time. Okay. And so with group coaching, what we recommend from our personal experience and helping hundreds of people, okay, is to start group coaching after at minimum 5 clients. Okay. Once you get to 5 clients, you're going to start to realize that, wow, I'm answering very similar questions every single time. Okay. I could have really just recorded myself answering all these questions and put them into a course area. When you have that thought, that's when you should start building out your course materials. Okay. And so the only way to have that thought is by having people ask you questions. Okay. And so at this time, what you're starting to do is build out your course materials while you're working with one-to-one, so that you can transition and have a smooth transition into group coaching. Okay. Is this clear so far? Go ahead and type clear so we know you're good. All right. Now, here's what's cool about this. You do not need to have the course completely done before you start offering group coaching.
What?
Yeah.
No way.
You don't have to do it. You just have to be 1 week ahead, just one chapter ahead of everyone else. And you can offer your group coaching program. You can help people, start helping people, and you can also start making more income as well. Okay.
Yep.
Pretty cool.
I know. We talk to so many dietitians, nutrition coaches that, it's May and they're like, cool, I want to launch a group program by October. And we're like, and they've already, done the one-to-one. They understand their clients and things like that. And we're like, why are you going to wait so long? And they're like, well, I need to record all the videos. I need to put them in a module. I need to do this. I need to do that. I need to have everything perfect. And then we're like, no, start now. Not only for you so that you can make more income, you can escape your 9 to 5, you can grow and scale your business, but also for your clients. Because if you are waiting to start your business or take your business to the next level, that is so many people that you are missing out on that you could be helping right now, and so much impact that you could be making. So you really only need to be 1 chapter ahead. You
100%.
Don't need to have your entire course built out before you sell it. You should have an outline. You should have an idea of what you want to take people through, but the actual modules themselves do not need to be recorded yet.
Exactly.
Isn't that crazy?
Yeah, it's so cool, right? So good. And so what's the benefit of group coaching? Okay. Many of you know the benefits, but just to reiterate, so with group coaching, what's really cool about this is that people get more value, okay, with actually less of your own time. And so they're getting, like Marissa said, the course area, they're getting group coaching calls, right? Where everyone can meet each other and connect with a like-minded, supportive community, where a lot of people are pretty lonely out there when it comes to their health. They don't think that anyone else is struggling like they are. And so they beat themselves up when they see other people that are like, oh, wow, like there's other people out there just like me, and we're going through this together. That brings up their spirits. It actually increases the amount of results that they get because they're doing it with a community. And so that's a component of it. And then you can still offer one-to-one coaching, right? But it's a lot less. And so your ability to impact even more people, the world at large, and because you're impacting even more people, a greater number of people, you can also significantly increase your income while scaling back your time, right? Isn't that pretty cool? Like, how many of you want to get to the point where you're doing group programs? We call them hybrid programs, the one that I just broke down for you. But that's the sweet spot, we believe. Okay. All right. Everyone good? Ready to go to the next one?
Good.
Cool. What do we have next?
We got online courses next.
All right. So online courses, we have, a lot of thoughts on online courses. I actually just recorded a podcast for about 20 minutes on this topic if you want to go listen to it. Healthcare Business Radio. And essentially with the online courses, okay, here at this tier, typically you charge a lot less. So some people sell online courses for $100, $200, $300, $400, $500. Okay. Some people go up to maybe the $1,000 mark, but most people are in that $500 range, $297 to $500 range. Okay. And so here's the challenge with that. Okay. If you're just starting off and you're wanting to leave your job, let's say you want to make $5,000 a month to start. Okay. How many $200 online courses do you have to sell to replace your income at $5,000? How many is that? 25. Okay. You need to sell 25 online courses every single month. 25 people to buy your online course every single month. Okay. Think about that. Now, let's say you have a $1,500 program, which our clients routinely sell and offer, it happens daily. How many $1,500 programs do you have to sell every month to reach 5K? Okay. It's 3 clients. Okay. And then some. 3 clients, maybe you charge a little bit more to get it, to make it easier and keep it at 3. Okay. So what's easier? What's easier? Talking to 3 people who are interested in your program, or getting 25 people to go to a page, put in their information, and buy a course from you? Which one's less people, right? The 3 people, of course. And so this is where it gets very specific for you, depending on a few things that we're going to break down for you in just a second. Okay. And so this goes back to the goal. What is the goal? And what's the fastest path to get there? Okay. And then we'll come back to the pyramid in just a moment. So with the online courses, there's 2 types, okay? Information or results-based, okay? An information-based online course is what it is. It's more information. Guess what? We are drowning in information. People are drowning in information. We have YouTube. We have all these social media platforms. We have blogs. Information overload, right? And you and I both know that information doesn't change anybody's life, right? Implementation of the information does. And so what's really important is that we think about, okay, when I build an online course, how can I make it results based? How can I have someone go through it and actually get what they're paying for, actually get a result? There's only one way to do that. So if anyone's telling you, hey, you can skip everything and go straight to online courses, many of them are misleading you, okay, for 2 reasons. That's number 1, okay? If you want to actually help people and get them results, you have to understand the process. You have to understand the framework and make sure it's worked with people individually first. No one will tell you that because they want to sell you all these programs on creating online courses. Okay. But that's where and there's special cases, but for the most part, that's where you have to start. Okay. I'd say 98% of people need to start there. Okay. Now, the only way to build a results-based course is to start with one-to-one coaching, like I mentioned, and figure out your process. If you don't know your process, you can't take anyone through it. Okay.
That's that foundation of the pyramid we were talking before.
Exactly. 100%. So with that, we recommend, right, to make consistent money with one-to-one and hybrid group coaching programs first. That's what's going to build that strong foundation, like Marissa said. And then from there, sky's the limit. You can do all the things. Okay. But without that foundation, you're going to be working extra hard for very, very little. Okay. And some of you might already be experiencing that. Okay. And that's okay because you just didn't know any better. Right. But now that you know this information, you'll know what, moves you might have to make. Okay. And the last point for online courses is that you need a big audience for this, right? We said 25 people need to buy a $200 course for you to make $5,000 every single month, and they have to be 25 people every single month, right? You need a bigger audience. You need more people on your social media platforms that are interested in what you have to offer, and that audience needs to continue to grow. So many people wanting to start online courses and they have no audience, you have no one to sell to. You're not going to make a lot of money off of that. It's going to take you 6 months to a year to build a good audience, if that, right, to get to the point where you can use that as your main source of income. It's going to take a lot longer. Can you guys see that? Go ahead and put I see that in the chat if this is clear. Okay, cool. So what's last?
Last thing we're going to finish off with for the night is our low ticket items. So these are things like we said, PDFs, ebooks, checklists, cheat sheets, mini courses, webinars, masterclasses, challenges, all that good stuff, right? Typically these are like $100 or less. That's what we consider to be low ticket. And we use these, or people use these low ticket items to ascend people up their value ladder. So it's kind of like a little introductory peek into like your world as a dietitian, right? You could have a PDF on like certain like recipes, breakfast ideas, lunch ideas, dinner ideas, checklists on like your grocery list, right? And people kind of buy a low ticket item from you and they're like, ooh, I like what this is. I like this checklist. I like this cheat sheet. Let me learn more about what Megan has to offer. Let me learn more about what Sarah has to offer, right? So it kind of just gets them into your world. And once they get into your world, they're going to see the amazing products that you offer and the services that you have to offer. And some of those people may move forward and buy your bigger programs, like your one-on-one coaching, or invest in maybe your group coaching programs or online courses. And the cool thing about these low ticket items, like the good and the bad thing I would say about them, is that you can honestly implement this anytime within your business journey, right? You could do it at the very beginning, you could do it at the middle. You could technically launch one of these at any time. However, we have to remember that just like Javi said with the previous example, right? You need even more people to buy this because these things are like $17, $27. So if your goal is to leave your job, right, replace your income, and you're selling something that's like $27, $37,
and that's it,
$50, how many of these items do you have to sell?
Yeah.
Like hundreds.
Hundreds.
So that's why we don't recommend starting with this and relying on this as a solid source of income. It could be a side hustle. It could be something for fun. It could be something, once you have your one-to-one group and your group program solid, if you want to make some extra money on the side, you can definitely implement this in your business. But this is not where we recommend to start.
100%. Yeah, exactly. So it's like Marissa was saying, just to recap, right? You have a solid foundation with your one-to-one or your group program. Okay. Then you create a low ticket item, right? Like again, ebook, checklist, cheat sheet, mini course, webinar, masterclass, challenge, etc. Right. But the intention of that low ticket item is not to replace your income and like make multi-six figures, right? Right. It's to ascend people to your next big thing. And that's the thing that has to click. Okay. And so before we wrap up here, all right, we're going to leave you with this truth bomb. But before I show it to you, okay, I want to make sure that every single one of you, two things. Okay. I want to make sure that if anyone here wants these slides to review, that you get the slides. Okay. How many of you would love to get, your hand on these slides? Go ahead and put I do in the chat. Okay. All you have to do to get these slides right now is inside the Facebook group. Okay. We have almost 2,000 people in here. If you thought this was valuable tonight, all you have to do is just put a little snippet in the Facebook group, like make a post and say, hey guys, I attended the training on X, Y, and Z. So the title of the training, and this was my number one take. I highly recommend that you watch the training. Okay. What that's going to do, it's going to help everyone else in the community to get this valuable information as well, because they might see like a live video here and there and be like, oh, that looks cool. Maybe I'll do it one day. But if you have all of you saying, hey guys, no, this was really good, you should watch it. Guess what? Now you're helping other people as well. So if you do that, once you do that, you just send us a message and say, hey, Javi or Marissa, I posted my takeaway in the group. We'll go ahead and send you the slides. Is that fair? Yes? Beautiful. Perfect. So let's go ahead and go back to the truth bomb and make sure, don't forget, okay, put that in the group. Cool? Perfect. Truth bomb.
The truth bomb, we'll leave you with this. We already talked about it, but we really want to drive this point home, is that it takes just as much effort to sell a $97 product as it does to sell a $1,500 product.
Boom. We just had, someone that we know that launched a course. Okay. They had a big list. They had, 700, 800 people on that list. Okay. And it took up 2 weeks, almost a month of preparation for it. And I believe the sales on it was about $1,800 after all of that, okay, for this course. And he literally could have had one client and made double that. And he came to the realization that, oh, shoot, I should have probably not wasted my time doing that, because all that time, all that energy, all that effort he put into it, right, as the truth bomb here shows you, did not equate to what he could have done with 90% less of the effort and getting just one client. Okay, so that's tonight's truth bomb. We got to go. Hope you have a great rest of your night. Do not forget, post it in the group. Okay, give us post. Hey guys, I watched this training. This was my number one takeaway. It was awesome. I highly recommend it. Go watch it now, and then send myself or Marissa a personal message, a direct message, and say, hey guys, I posted it. Give me the slides. Give me the slides. All right. Hope you have a great night. We'll talk soon, everyone.
Bye, guys.
Bye.